Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about Sarah. Yeah, that one who's just had a baby and she's just been through a lot. She's told us that she's been through a lot, as we can see here.
Walked upstairs, saw my pregnancy pillow. This all sounds so pathetic, probably, but I miss feeling her move inside me. I miss being pregnant. I feel my best when I'm pregnant. I feel most confident in my body when I'm pregnant. I love being pregnant, and when I look back over this pregnancy with the baby, with this baby, it's just been so perfect. Everything's just felt so perfect, and we've all really come close together as a family. Everyone's just been so happy and so excited. It's just been such a lovely pregnancy, and I just miss it so much. And it really breaks my heart knowing that I've had my tube side now and I've taken it. And I'm not saying that like I'm desperate I want more children. I don't even know I want. I think that's half the problem. I don't even know.
So after that impassioned speech about how she's struggling and how she's missing being pregnant and how emotional she is, and she's been like, you know, really, really bad, and she sounded really, really bad, and I, for one, took her side, right? I'm still on her side. I still think Chris shouldn't have posted this, but Sarah came on asking for opinions and advice from her iFam.
Has anybody felt like this? Has anybody had a tube side and felt this? When did it stop, if so? Because I really need this to stop, and I need to enjoy my newborn baby. And if not, what did you do?
So after asking for this advice really candidly, Sarah was, please, I need advice. What did you do? You know, she was crying and bawling and everything else. So what would the first thing that she would do? What would you think she would do? Once the vlog went up, what do you think she would do? She'd go in her comments, look for advice, right? She would look at the advice and maybe comment, reply to a few of them, like the comments, appreciate the comments, say thank you for your help, thank you, possibly. And she did get lots of comments. Lots and lots and lots of comments, people saying things like this, lots and lots of people saying things like this. It is normal to be feeling like that, please don't worry, etc, etc, and lots of other comments which were people actually worried about Sarah. And in fact 425 comments so far, 2 or 3 days later, and you know how many she's replied to? A big fat 0 comments she's replied to. Do you know how many comments that she's even hearted? 0. None. 400 odd comments and none has she even hearted, even replied to, acknowledged, nothing. It's like she hasn't even bothered to read the replies. She's got everybody all worked up about it, and she hasn't bothered. And you know why she hasn't bothered? Is because, well, firstly, that was recorded a week before it went out. So her feelings, irrespective of what you think, her feelings will have moved on significantly. She no longer needed the advice anyway. Even if she needed it at that moment, right, she wouldn't have needed it now. A week later, she'd probably dealt with her problems, her feelings, her hormones has probably evened themselves out, and she no longer feels like that. In fact, they also had the opportunity to then not upload the that clip, but they still did, because you know why? Because it would have been good for engagement. It would get all the comments. They knew the comments that they were going to get, and they got them. Lots and lots of advice, in fact. And even worse, and I cannot believe, I don't know, honestly, I don't know about this, right? So this was a comment in the Everything Ingham Facebook group, the super secret super group thing that that they've got going on in there. And one of the admins posted this: "We as admin have taken the decision to turn off commenting on last night's vlog." I assume she means the commenting on the group, not on the actual vlog, right? "And to not approve any posts relating to it. I know many members mean well. However, Sarah doesn't need people diagnosing her. Not only has she had a baby, but she has also undergone major surgery and a life-changing decision. Anyone seen to be commenting on posts with their opinions will be removed from the group." So after Sarah herself has gone onto her vlog, cried and just asked for opinions about the situation, about how she's feeling, and actually asked, they come on and say, "No, you can't do that. We don't need people commenting to Sarah. We don't need people saying anything." And so not only will you not be allowed to voice your concern or give her help or advice, but it'll not only be deleted, but you will be kicked out of the group for doing so. I'm sorry, but all this smacks of Sarah doesn't need advice at all. So I don't want to. It blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. But finally, because I've got to give Sarah some props here, because she finally did break her silence, with the whole not acknowledging people. She said, this came up yesterday, she said, "Just a quick one. Thank you to every single one of you who has shown so much love and support over the last few days. I'm sorry if I haven't gotten round to reading or replying to your message, but I wasn't expecting such a huge reaction, and I'm totally overwhelmed with all your messages. I was in two minds about leaving that section of the vlog in. It's hard to be true to yourself and put yourself out there so vulnerably when there are so many waiting to rip you down the second they find a weak spot. But after so much love and support, I feel so much stronger than I did. It's funny, this crazy online world, so much more savage than I ever thought. You see negativity and brush it off in seconds, but maybe don't realise it's subconsciously deeply affecting you over time, weeks, months, years even. How can it not start to affect you? So yeah, I've got to say, so that pretty much sounds word for word what I said about somebody dragging you down. Do you not see what I'm saying when, like, for example, you are constantly saying negative things to your kids, right? Over the weeks, months and years, yes, it will seep into you. You absorb it and you start believing those things are true. That's what I was saying. And you get it. I'm glad you get it, but not in quite in the way that you're trying to make out. But there you go. I kept saying to Chris DeLong, I thought his name was Chris. Why call him Chris DeLong? I'm sorry, sir. That's just weird, right? He's your husband and you say you were talking to Chris DeLong. That's odd. I've made the biggest mistake of my life to please people who don't even matter. Yeah. Who? Chris. No, you weren't. So basically what you're actually saying is that you do regret having your tubes tied and you didn't want to do it in the first place. Is that what you're saying? And he's continued to reassure me, this wasn't a mistake. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe this needed to happen to show you what really matters and what you really want. I don't get that perspective. What you're trying to say here is maybe this what needed to happen. What, Sarah getting upset to find out that she actually did want another baby, or to find out that she didn't want to get her tubes tied? What exactly is your point here, Chris? Because that's what it sounds like you're saying, and I'm sure he's right. I feel so much stronger now. So I wanted to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for your kind words, love and support. Now, the thing is, Sarah, this is about 3 days later, right? So you could easily have said this on Instagram a lot sooner. That night, even the next morning, could have come on Instagram and said, look, thank you very much. There's too many people to reply to. I'm sorry, but I appreciate it so much, right? You could have done that, but no, I heard you were at a pumpkin patch, so I don't know. Anyway, you didn't do that, and but you did feel like you needed to do it now, and the only reason you're doing it now is because the next line says, now who's ready to find out baby Waby's name? Vlog is all uploaded and ready to go live at 5. Have your tissues ready. So yeah, that is the real reason that she's come on to thank people, is because she wanted to promote her vlog about the baby name reveal, and it's just, it smacks of yeah, it's not nice. I'm sorry, Sarah, it's not nice. So yeah, that was that. And then they did the baby reveal name thingy, Bobby do thing. And yeah, it was, Sarah seems fine. She seems fine. So maybe it was all just a moment that she was having, or maybe that it was for clicks and views after all. Maybe I was wrong all this time. Maybe Sarah was the brains behind it all. There we go. You live and learn. You live and learn. So please give this video a massive thumbs up if you've appreciated my efforts. Comment all your thoughts about this down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye bye.